meeting. Stand up, say the pledge, guys.
Where's the flag now?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
All right. We, had, in October, November, we had 14 families that we helped. That was good.
Yes.
And, I don't take their names because there was no reason to embarrass them. Right, Jason?
What's he got to do with it?
I
He
just
was
asked his
mean.
opinion. Zip it.
Community member?
Got Doc Bass on the agenda for 3 minutes. Got you on the
I only
agenda.
need a minute.
And, we've got another woman on the agenda. Okay. Go ahead.
Why weren't the roads plowed and taken care of the way they were supposed to be?
They were.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
We only have to make one lane. And
You fucking right, that's all you have to do.
yes, that's what we have to
Hey,
do. We
knock
don't
it off.
have to do
It's
more.
not
You're
three
not my way.
times.
There's women in this room, and that's disrespectful. Don't use that language in
Don't
here.
use that kind of tone of voice with me.
I'm not,
because
I'm just
you
saying.
ain't doing what you have to do.
No, I'm just
We
saying that
did what
that's
we
not
had to
right.
do.
We
And
got
then
a
the
young
plow
lady
broke
down
down
here,
for
81
5
years
days.
old, that got stuck because nobody
Hey,
could
we're
plow
not
the
here to
road.
argue.
The
We're here to
language
talk
needs
things
to-
out.
The language needs to stop like that. The vulgarity needs to go out the window. I don't want to hear it, and nobody else does.
Thank you.
Fine. So don't. act
You're
like
you're
you
wasting
hate
your
it.
time. Keep talking, bud.
We
Why-
did it.
Why I already knew that before I ever come down here, I was wasting my time. Yes.
We did.
I just wanna say, everybody saw Rory plow. It was one time, one day after
No,
the
it was
first
more than
storm.
once.
I
That's
wanna,
all he went by our place.
I wanna tell you it was more
The
than once. I
first
was in the
storm.
vehicle. My son was in the vehicle.
And why
We
were you in
and
the
we did it
vehicle?
for free.
You're not on the board.
We
No, she's
volunteered.
not.
It's the
You
city's
can't make
supposed
your
to
own
plow.
board.
But when
She's
they're
on
not
the
here,
board.
somebody has to step up.
She was never elected.
I was gone
Courthouse.
with my brother
Yes.
in Virginia, and he was dying. Family comes first with me, and I don't give a shit what you
Well,
guys
I had
think.
someone dying in my living room and the ambulance got
The
stuck.
ambulance didn't have a problem getting around because the first responder said there was no problem.
They were stuck. And then the ambulance couldn't get past them.
Well, then they shouldn't have all poured to your
We
front
plowed
door.
out
Well, they
your
should
driveway.
have.
We plowed out Paul Ogg's driveway. And then the plow broke down for 5 days and Ramers wouldn't come get it. So we couldn't do anything else.
Well, that's
And when
really
they
not
finally
the
came
issue
and got
here.
it, we got out and we
The
did some
issue
more.
is, this is not how you run a city. To start with, this board is not elected, they were never on an election, you haven't even had an election.
Excuse me, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
I thought it was his time.
Nobody's on the
I'm
agenda.
interrupting,
but
okay?
Doc Bass.
I'm gonna say something. Every one of you had a chance to be on this board.
I've done my
Donnie
time.
was on it, he quit, he showed up once. Teal tried to get on the board. She didn't get on,
I showed up more than once.
she showed up once.
No,
One time.
there was more than once.
Well, we plowed more than once.
And if I recall, Rory plowed out your driveway for you.
Did I say anything about the plowing?
So don't say he didn't try.
Did I say anything about the
The
plowing?
road conditions, as you know, the state couldn't even get the roads right.
The ice, we can't plow up the ice.
You expect a little,
Well, how
Stuff
about a
like
foot
that.
of slice?
No, hang on.
The plow was broke
Whoa,
down.
hang on. Katie, did I not tell you and Roy, if I was you guys, I would take it home and park it with the ice? Did I not tell you that?
Yes, and we did.
Because I told you,
And
I
when we
tried to
parked
go
it-
out of town and I told you, as bad as it is, nobody needed to be on these
And
roads.
when we parked it, the blade dropped and the blade would not come up.
and I have one more issue to discuss. And I'm talking to Doc. Look at me.
What? What am I
You
looking
ever
at?
go and threaten that woman again, I will personally dig my foot in your
Well, you know,
Doc,
I never
Doc,
threatened her.
Doc.
I
No.
simply went up there and I asked her if we could have a
You
meeting. She
yelled.
did, said we could.
You yelled at her and threatened
I
her.
never yelled at her.
You're
I never
lucky.
threatened
So
her.
what you're doing right now is threats.
Be quiet.
No, I told him I was
Nobody's
gonna
on the
plant my
agenda
foot
but
in
Doc
his ass.
Bass.
But what you're
All
doing,
right.
that's still
All right.
Is that not a
Doc,
threat, Jason? Or
Calm down.
is that not a threat?
Your vulgarity has got to stop. You don't run this town.
There ain't nobody running this town.
Nobody in this freaking town has
How,
got balls to come and say something to the people without starting shit behind our backs.
I didn't start shit.
Yep.
No. I come to you and I talk to you up there right in front of the.
And what about last year? When you got stuck in the driveway?
I think you got me confused with somebody else.
No.
Mike
I
Perry
don't.
said you were gone when he got here.
Huh?
Mike Perry said you were gone when he got here.
I think you got me confused with
No.
somebody else.
Nope.
No, because you're the one that came in here yelling and screaming then too.
To bend it up.
all right, anyways, Doc Bass.
So,
Bring them through.
the plow went down and everything, how come, my street was wide open?
Because
From
you were
Charlie's
out
all the
there
way up
with that
to
tractor.
my. Exactly.
We saw you.
There is
Exactly.
one road that we did not plow, and it's because when we went to go up the road, it was so bad, the truck was gonna get stuck. One road.
They couldn't
So,
even- they
why
couldn't
didn't anybody try to get a hold of somebody to get something done?
They couldn't even get into Gorin because they broke down. There you
Well, the
go.
I was
ambulance
in
got
Gorin
it
and I
going.
wasn't broke down because my street was open.
Thank you. You're right. And
Bingo.
it was Rory that did it. We had
It
two
was
board
Rory?
members that were with him. If you start attacking my son, you're gonna find out what the hell's gonna happen here. Yeah, it's really
So
funny.
what's that supposed to mean whenever you say that?
You'll find out.
So
Well,
that-
there's
You
that-
still-
attack your kids, somebody's gonna get your butt kicked, aren't they?
There's a threat.
You don't want to threaten people anyway.
Well, this is still not an
Well,
elected
whoa,
board.
hang on, that's
And why
where,
didn't
that's
you
where I'm
file
having
the
the issue
intention to file
is,
for the election?
I'm having an issue
January.
that
We
threats are
got
going
back
around
2
and
days
I haven't
after
said a
the
dang word.
election.
I ain't talked to nobody.
Don't you have Missouri Municipal League or anything anymore to
Yes.
remind you to do that stuff?
Yes, but we got back 2 days after.
Well, you could have filed it in December for that matter, the intention.
Okay, that's it. Anybody else gotta say something? You got 3 minutes.
Yeah, well,
Well, I wanna know
You
where
need
the
to
threat's coming
resign.
from me, because I ain't talked to
All of
nobody and
you.
I didn't threaten nobody.
Oh,
It's the 411 Facebook, that's
It-
what it is.
That's not threat.
That ain't me doing it.
That's question.
You-
And
Yes,
did
I
I
know
not?
who's doing it.
No, did I not
Nobody
comment?
threatened on there.
I commented to Frank. If anyone has, if
And his
anyone had
post was
anything to say to
taken
me,
down
they could come
immediately.
to me. Did I not say
said the
that?
same thing to you, didn't I?
And we left it alone, did we not?
No, I thought we did.
Every threatening
There was
thing
never
that's been
another
said
comment.
I got
on
people
Facebook
telling me
pages was
that-
taken down immediately.
Her brother, or I don't know if he's your brother or not, Paul.
Paul is not my brother.
Okay, well, your kin of some sort.
But did I not
He's
leave?
telling people that I need to watch my back.
But
I have no control over somebody else.
And I've got it on my phone.
what I'm saying,
Well,
I
then
made,
turn that over to Jason, cause no control over somebody else.
but what I'm
They put it
saying,
up on a Facebook group that I have control over, I take it down.
what I,
All
That's
that
fact.
I'm
I
saying
have no
is,
control over.
I know.
I know, this is what I'm saying.
Did I not?
People are threatening the board.
Did I not
We
just
had a
make?
note on this door. I'd like to know who the artist of that was.
What was the note?
Teresa, what would the note say? Do you remember?
I got it on my phone.
Well, like I said, did I not make just one comment and just left it at that? Did I not?
And I tried to be peaceful and civil, and I was trying to clear the air.
And I left it alone after that. Did I not?
Did I not?
And Frank was the same way. And then it's brought to my attention that I'm making threats, and I've never said a word to anyone. I've never made any phone calls.
I
I've
just
left
want
it
to
at
be
that.
left alone up there on top of that hill. I don't want people coming over here bothered.
Well, you could probably just go up there and snag it if you had.
Whose time is it?
Thank you.
Whoever else wants to talk.
Yours, thank you.
I'm Chris Sprouse. This is my sister.
I was working a pipeline. Worked pipeline for 38 years, heavy equipment operator. And I got sick on New Year's Eve day. And they put me in the hospital, didn't expect me to live. I had total respiratory failure and influenza A. And they called my family in. My daughter in Florida, drove up. My sister and Rex drove and was there when I woke up. I woke up 8 days later and I saw my sister. And I'm the reason that she wasn't here. And I want to thank her for putting family over some streets in a little town where the state couldn't even get in here. And complaining about things that they know absolutely nothing about. And anybody, I'm talking, you're not. I'm talking, you're not. And anybody that does not put their family over some stupid streets in a little town, I feel sorry for you. Because you've missed the point. You've missed the, I'm talking, you're not. And to me, it's ridiculous. Come on. What's wrong with people today? And I would be, if this was you, I would be saying, what can I do to help?
If it was me.
What would I, no, you're not.
I've been on the board.
I'm not, I'm just saying if it was you, I would have supported you. Say, my God, go there. Help them. You're not, no, I'm talking, you're not. She did.
To be in charge.
She
They
did.
have to be a legal board member.
No, it doesn't
No,
either.
they don't.
That's not true. Wait a minute, let me
It was
finish.
my son.
We
Let me
got no
finish.
legal board
Let me
members
finish.
except Frank.
If you don't put family, if you don't, hey,
You were
hey,
elected.
I got the floor here. Hey, I got the floor here.
Who gave it to you?
If you don't put family first, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. This is not the Secretary of Defense of the United States of America. This is Gorin, Missouri. And they did everything they could to help and keep the streets in a situation. This deputy knows what the roads were like. Nobody should have been out. Nobody could get out. And it's all over my sister not being here?
No, the streets are not the
Police.
biggest issue.
Police.
It was 3 snowstorms continuous where you couldn't even get to your house. If it was
I believe I'm
Memphis
still,
or Kirksville,
I believe I'm still on my time,
you
you're
have to
not.
appoint somebody
I'm
to
still
take
on my
over.
time, you're
But that's
not.
a
was
big town.
appointed.
This is a town of
Doesn't matter.
hardly
That's
anybody.
the legal process.
Can I finish what I have to say?
Yeah.
But this is still our town and we still worry about it.
Can I
too.
finish what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying
you
without
still worry
interruption?
about it, For crying out loud.
Wait a minute, Teresa,
You
let
know
me
what
finish.
they call this town?
Teresa.
They call it the drug city.
Teresa.
Ask Jason.
And I wonder why.
Because
Because you
of the
can't
drugs.
get rid of drugs.
I wonder
Okay.
where those are at.
Can I finish and I'll be quick?
Oh, I forgot, they're in my backyard.
Can I finish? Rex, wait a minute.
Legally.
I know
Wait a
that.
minute.
No,
First of all,
illegally.
anybody that needs prayer, it's me. Everybody needs prayer. Everybody needs the help of the Lord. Why are we backbiting? Why are we hurting people and doing what the enemy
I think his
wants
thing
us
was,
Be quiet.
wants us to do? Fight and act like children. What is going on here? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And putting out lies and libelous things can get you drug into court and sued. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Well, there's some people here.
And don't
that
be
are-
threatening nobody. Nobody
Nobody's
threaten nobody.
threatening anybody except you guys. Sounds like you keep.
I'll be
No, I
quiet.
made it.
Nobody. Shh. Just please, give it a rest. Think about what you're saying, what you're doing before you do it. You
Yes.
don't think that
We're
God
not
isn't
giving a
listening
rest.
to this? You don't think God doesn't know what everybody thinks?
Why hasn't there been a meeting in years?
There was a meeting in December.
Anyway, back to
With
my
the legal
last
board?
20 seconds.
No, you're not the legal
Let
board.
me-
You're not on there according to the courthouse.
Point of order.
You don't live here.
Point of order. I'm speaking. I got
Your
3
3
minutes.
minutes are passed.
No, I
Will you
haven't
shut
because
up
I've
and
been
let him
interrupted.
talk?
You didn't let Doc or anybody finish.
He
We let
finished.
him finish. He said he was done.
Everybody was interrupting him the whole
Interrupted.
time.
Okay.
And I think a city building is supposed to be smoke-free.
Not for
Exactly.
you, sweetheart.
This is
Okay,
ridiculous.
Back to what I was saying.
City Hall and it's smoking. I am.
Please,
And I'll
folks,
keep smoking.
please, folks, think about what you say before you say it. Everybody. Don't give any help to the enemy, because the enemy wants you to fight amongst yourselves. He does. That's how you destroy, conquer, and divide. You
Well,
divide
is
and
Gorin
conquer.
not subject to the laws of the state of Missouri or to the city ordinances?
I serve God. I don't serve the state of Missouri. But I'm just saying,
If
you
you're a-
need
if you're a
to
city
just,
official, you're supposed to
you need
follow
to
the
just,
state laws.
everybody chill out and get along. Come on, this isn't second grade.
I take care of my yard.
I'm done.
Pay my
Got
taxes,
nothing, got nothing, so do I.
Kindergarten.
and I participate as much as I can in this
Do you want
town.
3 minutes?
Now, there's people
Yes.
Then talk.
that my
Who's done?
attorney is labeling, and they are going to get sued for defamation of character, libel.
Well, you-
Or leave the door
I'm
open.
talking for it.
Leave the door open.
Who's your attorney?
You go for it.
Scott
No,
Summers.
Scott Summers represents the city of Gorin. I talked to him. He can't work for you.
Yes, he can,
No,
and
he
he
can't.
has,
Uh,
so you better be quiet.
I
Well,
want
hang
my
on,
3
hang on.
minutes.
How's it liable when it's
Here's smoke.
facts that's come from the state?
Fact,
Because it's not fact.
But it's federal documents is where they come.
Not
You-
everything.
Everything
Federal
she has.
document.
Doesn't look like
everything she
anybody's
has
been to court
posted.
and knows anything about the law but this man right here. I was a law enforcement officer.
Swear he knows anything about the law.
yes, he does.
I got a hand
Well,
up.
he wouldn't be a deputy.
I know this is not the way to run a city.
Go ahead.
He ain't deputy, he's Barty Pike.
That,
Why do you
Why
mean that?
didn't you
I was,
comment the last organization that was in here because they were stealing everything blind?
I never saw it.
Oh, you never saw
Nobody
it. Well,
saw
I have.
And that's not what the deal is.
Oh,
here.
that's not what the deal is.
Give her
Let me tell you
Yeah.
what, the Basses were stealing everything.
What's that got to do
This
with
town
this
wouldn't
now?
be a town without her.
This
She
town is
fixed
not,
it.
this town is not gonna be a town anyway.
Go
if you
outside.
start running it like
The
a town
sunshine law
instead of a
has got to be
dictatorship.
produced.
It's for the, it all went to the city.
Where's
Let
the
her go
books?
ahead.
The books,
I wanna hear that.
every bit of this is documented.
Where are
Everything.
they?
It went to the
That's
gravel, it
all
went to
anybody
everything.
wanted was a meeting with proof of things.
If you want the proof, you'll have
And
to
this
get
is
it,
very
you'll have to
immature
get
how
it
it's being
from a
handled.
lawyer if you want it printed.
And besides, Teal's gonna be paying for the deposit. You can't get one piece of paper from here. You could have done it for 3 damn years. Somebody could have walked in here and said, can I see this, can I see it? It's right there.
So, okay, y'all said no cussing, no yelling, no cut, no.
Shut
fighting.
up.
No, I'm
We
not.
don't have 3 minutes.
Two-sided.
But it's okay for you to yell and cuss and.
I'm
cut
sick and
everybody
tired
else
of this BS.
BS
Well,
of
when
what?
are we gonna
That,
have an
that's
election?
like, okay, no. That's like
Shut
you
up.
commented to someone else that I made threats. I wanna see the threats.
I've had
I'm
enough.
not paying for a special election.
Why couldn't we had a meeting with simple questions and the books and talk maturely?
Bingo.
Because it didn't happen.
Bingo.
What didn't happen?
That's the whole point, we're all down here.
Because you all wanted to come in here and cause a ruckus.
No, nobody
That's why
did.
we have a deputy here
Everybody
now.
calls for
Nobody-
records on
No
the
meetings.
Fund 411. If you didn't start that site and start that bullshit and make everything public and just figured it out on your own, nobody
Why
would be
you afraid of
mad.
public?
So that's a reason to get
Because
mad.
Of course,
Well, you're
you
not on the
make
board.
everything on Facebook for the public to
Everything
see.
Everything on your site
What's
is
wrong
not.
with that unless you got
fact.
something to hide?
It's not
We
only
got
on
nothing to
site.
hide.
Okay, then why not
But
public
let's put your
meeting?
business out in public. How you got
Public
fired
meeting.
from Casey's for stealing shit.
So,
Oh my
Let's
God.
put it out
everybody
in public.
knows why.
Everybody knows that. And she wasn't stealing.
So what? I know
Nobody
you
wants
went
to
around
talk about
town
that, but you
asking
guys all
questions.
think you're better than her.
Nobody said
Nobody
that.
said that.
This is
Nobody
nothing
said that.
personal.
You
This
made
is
it
about a
personal.
All we're
mayor
doing is
taking
simply
care of
asking
the town
questions.
when she was gone. Where's the money? Questions. Could simply sit
Money is
down
where it
and go
belongs in
over
a
it with the
bank.
legal board.
Nobody cares.
You're not legal board.
I don't
apparently, we're not.
The law does.
Why don't you go outside?
Everything is in.
No,
Because,
it's
you
fine.
know, I see 3 thieves in this
Some of them were
room.
brought in, and now,
One,
when I asked, they
two,
said Frank has
three.
an imbalance.
Yeah, whatever.
So why would?
Look in the mirror, lady.
She
No.
didn't do shit.
I don't have to listen to you.
They said Frank
And it's
has
city
an
building.
imbalance.
3 thieves. I'm gonna tell you something.
My checks that I
Those
wrote.
2 right down there. We bailed him out of jail, $250, because he rode a motorcycle in town.
This is nobody personal. You're
Oh,
making
nothing
it
personal.
personal.
But he never
This
repaid
is
it back.
all mayor and city.
We sent him out to Ark City, Kansas. $250 to $300. 4 or 5 days later, he called and said it didn't work out. We sent him another $250.
I don't care.
Shut up.
No.
No, we
They
don't
owe
care.
us about $900.
What does that have to do with the city? What does that have to do with the
Oh, yeah,
city?
whatever.
Yeah, so don't even go to
Did you take the money to borrow to him from the city account? Or why are you bringing that up?
Come on.
Well, why is that brought up?
That's right there. That's libelous right there, what you just said.
Well, why is it brought up?
You just
What
said
does that
she
have to
took
do?
money out of-
I asked her
You
if she did.
insinuated that. You
So?
better
Because
be
she brought it
real
up.
Careful what you're saying, because you'll convict yourself right out of
No,
your
I
mouth.
won't. I'm
You
asking
just
her a
did.
question. Where did she get the money from then? Because she's bringing it up in a
You
city
just
meeting.
did.
Why would you even bring that up?
Out of our pocket.
Can
Okay,
you
thank
believe
you.
that?
You're welcome.
And if you read the 411, I already explained.
Why can't we
Pretty
have a
sad.
meeting with the books? You know, all the books.
Because you've
Because
already
he's a
screwed it
lawyer.
up.
Last night too.
You need a lawyer.
No, we
When you
don't.
come up,
Yeah.
It's sunshine law.
run the fucking
No,
house.
you
Oh,
need
you
a
get,
lawyer.
the sunshine law covers everything
Yes,
on
but
that.
it's all in
But
the
it has to
Gorin
be-
record.
It has to
And
be
in order to
copied.
get the
It's all
Gorin
public.
records,
It's gotta be
it's not
copied.
public.
Yes.
It's gotta be
Yes,
copied.
it
Then
is.
you're open to
It's
it.
There's a copier.
It's
It
gonna
doesn't
cost,
work.
it's gonna cost copies and it's gonna cost
Because
money
I
to do
don't
it.
throw crap away. It hasn't worked in over a year and it was donated to us. So you're taking little pictures, don't amount to a crap. It doesn't work.
Who's next?
Nobody.
Anybody else?
I didn't
Copier,
get
she
my
said doesn't work.
minutes.
Yeah, she probably
You
got,
get
The
your
copier
3
doesn't-
minutes
she
in.
probably, give her another 4.
That this is not the way you run a city. You have regular meetings. When I was on board, we had meetings that you could set the clock by. They knew what day it was gonna be, what time it was gonna be. It was posted 10 days in a couple of conspicuous places
right, it
before the
was.
meeting, and it was public. And if we wanted to know how some funds were supposed to be used, this, for instance, the gas tax fund is supposed to be used on the ground. And some of the other funds, there were some specific things. If we had a question about it, we called the Missouri Municipal League and asked them.
Bravo.
And we did the
Right
best we
here.
could to do
Nobody's
it
gonna
on,
see it until Teal pays the deposit.
and we did the best we could to play by the rules.
Good for you.
Well, I know you don't play by the rules. I mean, a 4-hour
I do
notice.
play by
on
the
a-
rules.
A 4-hour notice on a
Go ahead,
meeting
Rex.
is not, but I don't care. I told you what it is. It's not the way to run a meeting, and we need to have an election, a real
Go
election.
ahead, Rex.
Good
I
idea.
don't think your 3 minutes are up.
No, you got 3 more.
She said she was done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Go ahead, Rex.
All of this has been blown out of proportion, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what she has done here. You need to understand this. When she was appointed mayor, she told Donnie on the board, and she told Andrew on the board, if you elect me as mayor, everything's gonna be done by the book. And it has been. The problem with having meetings during COVID is everything's shut down.
Yeah.
Everybody in here has been exposed to COVID, and again tonight. I hope you enjoy it.
COVID was over 4 years ago.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
People are still dying.
It's the flu. It's a flu.
His mother
To you-
has had COVID twice in the
I've had
last
COVID probably
3
4
months.
times. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it
Nothing to
does
do with the
matter.
meeting.
Be quiet.
Memphis is having
Point
meetings.
is,
Memphis has meetings.
goody for them.
You know, everybody else can
I
have
think
it.
he
When
has.
she took over as mayor, there wasn't enough money in the bank account to pay the light bills. The street lights were gonna be shut off. The insurance wasn't paid on this building, the park, or the grandstand area. All right? There was tractor payments on that little John Deere tractor out there, which is a worthless piece of junk, by the way, it's too little to do anything, was 4 months behind, and John Deere was coming after it within 10 days when she took over as mayor. She got them to lay off until she could get some more money coming in. And by the way, she paid off that tractor about 6-7 months early to save a couple of $100 in interest. Everything that she has done here has been to the betterment of the city of Gorin, and she can account for every penny of every money that was ever deposited in the bank account. Nobody in this area understands. Nobody understands. She doesn't get paid a dime. She's been doing the clerk's job because the clerk has stage 4 cancer and is dying, and nobody will take this job. We have asked 6 different people to try and hire somebody as city clerk, and nobody wants anything to do with it. So she's been doing it for free. I have never collected a dime. Rory has never collected a dime. Frank has never collected a dime. Katie's never collected a dime. We pay Britt to mow the park because it's cheaper than doing it with the tractor, and it's easier for him to do it. He doesn't vote on that. He doesn't have any say in what he gets paid. The board does. Every penny can be accounted for, and we can show you where everything went. And you keep talking about this COVID relief money. No. When it was given to the city, it was given as a community betterment grant. And you can talk to Chris Feeney, he will tell you it was to be deposited in the bank accounts for the city and to be used to spend on whatever the city wanted it spent on. And that's the way it is.
And we
So
put
why
in.
can't we have a mature meeting and sit down and go
Well,
over
you know
all
what?
that?
You could, except that, listen, just a minute. Frank has severe diabetes and has been to Columbia like 6 times. Katie's kids have had COVID. Katie's kids have had Class A
They're
flu.
not on the board, according to the courthouse. They're not the board.
Just because they don't have the record of it doesn't mean they're not on the
They
board.
were not elected.
They don't
It's
have to be
expired.
elected in a small town.
Yes,
They
do.
can be
Courthouse.
appointed by other board members. And they were. Teresa's been sick, cut her hand up really bad last summer, had to have surgery, so she's not been able to blaze
It's
road.
been years, so that's
No,
not an
it's not.
excuse for a meeting, a mature meeting every month to sit down and go over stuff.
Glenn couldn't attend meetings because his brother was dying over at Kirksville, and he had to spend every waking moment over at Kirksville taking care of him and settling his estate now that he's dead. It is practically impossible with COVID and all the crap that's going on.
If you live in Memphis, they're meeting every month.
Well, they're a
So
bigger
we should be
town.
meeting
Go
every
for
They
it.
month.
have a whole bunch of people. We don't.
Yes, we do.
By the
This
way,
is not a whole
and
bunch
by
of
the
people.
If you
way,
miss several meetings,
When it
you're
comes
you're
down
supposed to
to grits and
resign.
bones, who's gonna step up and be part of the city?
We have a lot of people that.
Oh, yeah, now you do,
Yeah,
because you
now.
got your little
Yeah, we
posse.
do.
But nobody wanted to.
But when the time was there, nobody
posted,
stepped up.
asked,
People
hey.
stepped out. And we had to fill those positions. And I know, because I've been here for a long time, I can tell you a lot.
Well, I know,
I won't.
I know the history of
I'll
things
keep
that
my
went on
mouth
here.
shut for that. 'Cause
We had,
I'm not the board, I'm just one person.
we had to put in
So
$400
don't come at me with daggers
into
and
that
threats.
Nobody
account.
came after you,
Several threats were passed.
so
Right.
turn them in.
Frank,
If you have a threat, turn it in.
we
legally.
put $400, Rex and I did, in the account, and we have never gotten it back out because it went for the city lights. I hope you're all proud that the previous administration had everything shut off.
Cowboy up, boys and girls.
If you
Cowboy
did that,
up.
that was your problem. Because you should have contacted the Attorney General.
I
Or
did
the
not
sheriff,
because I
or-
didn't want to get them in trouble
Why not? If they
because
did it,
Ginger had cancer.
and the other thing you need to understand is when the auditors came up here, she worked for 6 weeks to get through an audit and make the books look right and get everything caught up for this little
And by the
rat
way,
hole.
on that audit, she was the only person in the entire state of Missouri that had a good audit.
And the auditors
And
That
there's
ain't
He
too
another,
left,
bad.
shook her hand, he said, let me tell you something, this is the best audit of any small town we've had in the state of Missouri.
and there's another issue too. The
Bingo.
ordinance book has disappeared.
Don't have any idea where it is.
And the city clerk is supposed to be elected.
What is this?
There was an
Nobody will
ordinance
take it.
book.
Nobody will take it. I wonder why.
All that was stolen by the
It's a
Bass
20-hour a
family.
week job if it's done right, because I did it.
Does any
Good
of
for
you,
you. And I'm sure you did it perfect.
Well, I did as best I could, but of course
That's
at
all
that
that's
time I was
expected.
also billing the city taxes on a typewriter and collecting them.
I think you just said something that really holds a lot of weight.
What?
You did the best you could.
That's right.
Doesn't that
But I
kind of,
didn't-
doesn't
but I
that
did-
pertain
But I didn't get criticism about it.
well, you might have, but you might not have heard it.
You know, I
Well,
used
that's
to care about
possible.
this.
But I'm
little
just
town.
saying, isn't that what you do the best you can?
Yeah,
Don't you do the best
but you
you
still gotta
can?
follow the rules.
Don't you do the best you can?
Now, can I have my 3
Yes, because, and that,
no.
I think she's doing the best she can, doing pretty good. When the state auditor says, your city is, we don't see this, I think that's doing pretty good.
And you know, I kept
I think
all
that's
the,
doing pretty good,
I kept
and
all the other people that was on the previous board out of orange jumpsuits. So you remember that. And you remember that.
What are you pointing at
Like I
me
said,
for?
if they did
Because
it, they
I
should've
want you to
prosecuted
think
them.
about it.
Because I'm a bass? Is that the problem? I married into the family. Excuse me.
too, and I'm proud of it,
Good for
because
you.
if I call somebody at 2 a.m., they're coming to save my ass.
Did I come over there from Rutledge, flying in your driveway and asking if you were okay?
Yeah, hours later, yes.
Hours later, my
Hours
ass.
later, and I was thankful for that.
Well, you didn't act like it.
This place stinks.
What does that mean?
You didn't act like it. I came from
You don't
Rutledge.
act like a mayor.
Fl-
I don't know where you came from. You're the mayor. It was your job to check up on people when there's dogs running.
What was
And
that?
I did.
Yeah.
And you
Want a
said
pat
you
on the
were
back?
okay.
Good job. Good job. Thank you.
bingo. That's always good to hear.
Okay, Frank, let's close this meeting out. I've had
Okay.
enough.
You know, for a little town, it's supposed to have a big heart. I found that this town has got nothing but big mouths,
Yeah.
okay? And I
Yeah.
will tell you this, who slips, fools sink ships. So before you throw knives at somebody, make sure that somebody ain't throwing them back at you.
The Bible says one thing that's kind of
You
interesting.
guys
No.
are making this all personal,
No, no.
and it's supposed to be
I have my minute,
about
okay?
legal.
Okay,
and-
I'm talking. I didn't interrupt you. I interrupted him. Now, like I said, we're a little town that's supposed to have a big heart. I don't see it. I'm up on the top of the hill, minding my business, keeping my place looking nice. I could drive over this side of town, and it looks like a dump. It looks like a freaking dump. You drive on that side of town, it's all clean and manicured. Take pride in your property.
Yeah,
Help your neighbor if you can.
amen.
I'm handicapped and disabled. I'll go out of my way and help somebody if I can.
I used to love this town.
And I will be resigning if Teresa leaves.
I've had enough of you, and you.
You can all have
All
it.
those people have ruined what I loved about this town.
You broke her. Hope
I'm
you're all
done.
proud.
You all can just dive in, and you can leave.
Cowboy up. You want to run it? Come on. Step up to
You
the
better
plate.
be- You better be
Are
forewarned.
you all stepping down?
Correct.
Step up to
No,
the plate.
not
You better
now.
be
Oh,
forewarned.
no, hell no, they ain't gonna do that.
That's you.
I know.
Well, they
They
can't
talking
because they're
shit.
not legal
They
anyway.
talking
yes, they
shit,
are.
you know that, oh yeah.
Correct.
Step up and all this, but they ain't gonna step down
Correct.
so you can, so yeah. It's
Go
understandable.
ahead, Frank.
I'm done.
Katie.
So I got a simple question. Jason? Was you over here shortly there after that storm?
I've been throughout the county after the storm.
Yeah, but was you over and seen the road down the Charlie's, down by my place?
I circled through to recall specific roads.
Is
I
there-
don't know, but
Does
Well,
everybody know
that's
where
gonna-
trucks are
because they-
supposed to be parked?
They was, said that my road wasn't open. Evidently, somebody had blinders on because, you could pass
We drive four-wheel drive trucks and I didn't get stuck in.
You know where to park,
I
right?
know, but I'm saying that you could pass, two cars could pass
You wonder why
on the
roads
road
bad
from my
on this
house,
side of town?
or that I live on.
You got trucks going back and
Is
forth.
that correct, Dorothy?
What?
Am I telling the truth? The
Yes.
road that I live on, you could pass
Yes.
people on.
I could get out because it was downhill, but I couldn't get back in.
Yeah, but I'm talking about back down to me and Charlie's house.
Semis
I had the
on my
road
street every day.
opened up so that you could pass, two cars could pass
The
on it.
one way I could get in was never plowed.
You got your own tractor.
Exactly.
City can't afford a big fancy tractor.
Oh, yeah. That's a 1972 model.
It doesn't matter. It's still better than what
Exactly.
the city's got. That tractor.
Okay,
They never
so
come
you
to
guys
ask, they
see
never
the
come to
road.
ask about helping or nothing else
Hey,
either.
I want my 3 minutes. Okay? It wasn't our job to plow anybody out. It was not. It's your job with snow shovel to dig out your cars. It wasn't our job. We made sure that the snow was plowed up to everybody's side of everybody's vehicle so they could dig it out. We helped everybody until that truck broke down. We had no control over that, none at all. All we had to do was wait for Ramers. You knew you had a tractor, so you could have got out and helped.
They have.
Down
The
here,
Basses, everybody.
down here, everywhere,
They
the whole
helped,
town.
they went around and helped people. Yep.
Good.
Well, that's what we're
Dorothy,
supposed to do.
Yeah, Doc and Charlie are the
Then
ones that were pulling me out. I was
why-
stuck
So
3
why
times in
are
2
we
days.
Okay,
throwing
then
down
why are we
on the
having
city?
why
About
is
the
this a
city
problem?
not
It's
being
the
able to
city's
do it.
job to plow the main roads.
Okay,
And
I
why are we
understand that, but
supposed
the
to
city
do
tractor
staying
breaks
out
down.
once with
What are
one
we
lane?
supposed to do?
It's
Oh,
my 3
yeah.
minutes.
Call the county.
And they
And
couldn't
the
even
county
get down
doesn't,
here.
the county doesn't do these back
Yeah,
roads.
they
They
will.
just do
I
this
was only
highway.
stuck home one day. The road, they plowed the
I had no
roads.
problem. I got front wheel
I have to have
drive.
4-wheel drive to get to my house, but I could get through the highway.
We spoke
You only
to
had
a
one
first
day.
responder who went to Dorothy's the day the ambulance got there. And he said there was no problem because the ambulance drove around.
After them, EMTs got stuck in the
And that's what he said.
mail route. The ambulance is 4-wheel drive.
And the documents.
I know all of that.
The documents, if you want them, you're gonna have to pay to have them printed. We do not have a printer here.
The piece
It
of
is
crap
not
is
our
enough.
responsibility.
And now
It's
we
not.
have to hire somebody that's not affiliated with this mess
Independent,
at $12 to $14 an hour
Minimum
to
wage.
make copies.
minimum wage.
So you know what? It's coming out of this money, which is a bunch of crap. I've tried to save this town money.
And she had.
When Elijah Berry got sick for 4 months, we sent him $200.
Meet us at the library. We'll take turns. planning
No,
to
you
print it.
can't, because you're on the opposite side.
And the library won't let you do more than about 20 copies at a time. We're looking at 1,000 copies or better.
So you know
can't
what?
just walk in and do this at a library.
It's
So you know
gonna
what?
be
Well, you're
paid
gonna have to
for.
buy a new copier for the city, or else the city's gonna have to load up all the records and take them somewhere to be copied. And it's
And we
gonna
have
be
to take
very
someone with
expensive.
us, $12 to $14 an hour.
I think that the records need to be safeguarded so that there isn't any discrepancies.
Exactly.
You just can't, you just can't come in and say, well,
How
I'm
do we know
gonna,
they haven't been now?
well, I guess you'll find out when you get the
I
copy.
guess we already know they have been.
No, they haven't.
They haven't?
No, they haven't.
They
I
haven't?
just don't see
No.
why it's a big,
Not
not
in the
such a
last
big
3
deal that we
years
just
they
sit
haven't.
down and spend
No.
time and go through
Prove
them.
they have.
Well, just the way you guys
Prove that-
If I'm not
addressed
mistaken,
the
somebody
board.
just said they done the shit to make it look so that the bastards that was involved before wasn't getting in trouble.
That's exactly what I did. I saved
You
their
know why?
Sounds to
guts.
me like they was
Do you
jacked
know
around.
why?
I don't
Would
care
you like
why. You jacked the butch and you just told me you didn't. You
Listen.
just told me you did, and she just said you did. Now, which one's lying to me?
Neither one
Nobody
of them.
jacked the
Which
books.
one's lying?
Listen,
Nobody jacked the books.
No, we didn't know.
She
the
just
problem
said it.
is when the
No, she
auditors
didn't.
come
She
up
just said
here,
it.
the
She
city
did.
has to pay for the audit.
She had to do their
Tomorrow.
job that they didn't do.
He's not in
And
this
if
for
the
comment.
auditors
To make
had
sure
found
that
anything
people don't get
wrong,
rowdy.
they would have fined the city and bankrupted this little town. Because this is not a big city of 12, 1,500, 2,000, 5,000 people. We got 62 people living here.
And only 50 vote. 50 vote.
And the auditors could have shut this place down. They could have dissolved this
Well, if I got
incorporated
done
town.
that, we wouldn't be in this mess now, would we?
We're not in a mess. That's the problem, you fool. She is absolutely can show every penny that she has spent when she's been in here, and it's all accurate.
I sure
It's
hope
all
so, 'cause
spent on this.
Saturday I'm going to Walmart and get a cut, pig, and copier.
Good, you gonna donate it?
Damn right.
Good.
I'll
That'd be
donate it
nice
to
of
Dorothy.
you.
Dorothy knows how to use it.
I've
No,
already
she
got
can't
one.
do
She
it.
can't do it.
No,
It's
because
supposed to
we're
be
all on
someone,
the wrong side.
it's
That's
supposed to be
right.
someone independent with no,
Donnie's
no,
on the board.
No, it has
You
to be
can't-
somebody who's
No,
not
he is a
affiliated
legal
with
board member.
anybody in here.
No,
What
he's
they're
not.
saying is
He
that
because
they
he
want somebody
resigned
that
with
is
a
outside.
certified letter.
By God, we can get Frank's girlfriend to do it.
I'm sure she would do a wonderful job. Really, I've heard some crap before, but this is a good one.
I
This
don't
is a
know.
good one.
Pretty much crap in it.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty sad, actually. It's pretty sad that adults act this way.
Don't live in town.
Exactly.
Pretty sad. But that's the way of the world.
Frank,
That's the way of the world.
stop the meeting.
Motion to close.
Katie,
Deny it.
Motion to close.
you guys need to leave because we're gonna have our first closed meeting.
Reason for your closed meeting?
To
talk
determine the
about
status
this crap.
of this city. Y'all
Legally,
need
you
to
have to be
understand.
voting on an employee or to buy property.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
You
yes,
think
you
you know
do.
everything. Well, let me tell you something. You pay back the $900 that you two stole from us.
That was not.
What's that have to do with
that
the
has-
city?
You just
that
said
has
you
a lot
gave it to
do
her.
with
It has to do a lot
nothing.
about honesty.
Honest.
Okay, then talk
Okay,
to
then
Charlie
she'll pay
Adams.
for the papers to get copied.
I already said I would pay for the papers.
Okay,
And
then
Don
that's
just said
done.
he'll buy a copier.
$1,000
When I talked to the attorney,
$1,000 up front.
but I guess y'all don't talk to your attorney.
Yeah, we do.
$1,000 up front.
Beat it. You guys go.
This city business, I think I'm still inclined to be here.